Welcome, everyone, to the Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
What's up, Vaughn?
What's up?
What's up, Ben?
Hello.
So this is always on our mind lately because we are very concerned about the future of Doctor Who, and they're not giving us any answers. But then stuff is coming out in the press that is really getting me concerned with what's happening. We're hearing things that the Doctor's going to have a romance, which is basically something that really doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And we're hearing things that the companion's going to be a female, which was not shocking because he should technically still be a male, generating to a female, whatever. But the main focus of the show should not be, is he hooking up with the companion, which it has.
It's not love connection, folks. And they're turning Doctor Who into a damn soap opera.
So we don't know what the deal is, and we don't know why nobody's speaking out. But we heard a rumor today that BBC, because people were saying, well, what the hell is the BBC doing? Why aren't they making other sci-fi shows or any other shows that, you know? So now it turns out there's a rumor that they're doing another time travel show on BBC with a male lead.
Good.
And that has me, you know, if that's true, I would be like, well, why didn't they make her in that show?
Exactly.
And now, isn't that basically like taking a dump on the fans and insulting them by just having another show with a male lead?
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with the BBC?
It's like, well, you don't like the fact that we gave Doctor Who to a female, so here's your other show that you want.
No, I don't want that show. I don't want that show. And what if they show hurts Doctor Who?
Yep.
Or unless that's what they want. Do they want that? Are they the type that they don't care how much Doctor Who's making? They're just egos. They want it over. They don't want to deal with it anymore. They don't want to look for missing episodes. They don't want to sell merchandise. They just want to make money for different things. They hate it. Because it's happened before when they hated it. They wanted it over. They didn't realize its fullest potential. They didn't realize how good it is.
Yeah, jeez.
So I'm just scratching my head. I'm trying to figure. I want answers why this is happening, and I'm not getting any answers. And neither is anybody else. But people, stupid people, coming out and they're like, "This is what we want." But these people are not people that watch Doctor Who. Most of these people have not even seen. They don't even know what's going on. I mean, you ask them questions like they have no clue. But they're not going to be the ones that tune in either. They want it because it's part of their agenda. But when it comes on, if you ask them a question about the episode, they won't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So So if you're not watching Doctor Who, you have no right to me to have an opinion on Doctor Who and being a female. If you're not going to sit there like I do all the time and watch it, if you're not going to do that, then get out. That's my thing. And I'm not telling anybody to go after themselves like Chris Hardwick did. But I think that was a big mistake on his part because that pissed me off where I don't think I want to watch Talking Dead. Because you're an a-hole.
I don't watch none of his stuff, to be honest.
So, you know, I think you screwed yourself by saying that. And this will have a dramatic effect in the future when you're not even expecting it to.
And watch them do this little thing. This is just...
Or joking around.
No, what they'll probably do is go, oh, the other Time Lord, the other time travel show. They'll probably do the little thing like, oh, we faked you out.
Yeah, you imagine they did that? They said she's not really the Doctor at all.
Oh, that would...
You know what's funny? She has a thing on the BBC, and she's like, and it has something to do with her being a doctor, and she's like, I'm not really a doctor.
Oh,
they have that scene. And I'm like, and not only that, but they're like, oh, there's a foreshadowing because at the BAFTA Awards 13 years ago, whatever it was, or not 13 years ago, what was it, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
A Dalek bumped her while they're doing an interview with her. She's like, oh, Daleks, You know, it's like,
That's not foreshadowing. That's just something that happened at a
Yeah.
BAFTA award. That's not foreshadowing.
That
Nobody knew. That's just no.
stupidity.
Yeah.
It's not meant to
It's
be.
just
Don't
like-
give me that crap
It's like
either.
when Peter Capaldi was in that last zombie movie, and he just happened to be
Who doctor?
Doctor Who.
Yeah, the Who doctor.
Like that type of happenstance.
Yeah.
Another thing is we didn't know Peter Capaldi had it came out in the news that Peter Capaldi said that she's his neighbor, like she lives like close to him, and that she said that she would see him on the weekends or see him, you know, in getting breakfast in different places, and she wouldn't go up to him because she knew she was going to be the doctor and she wasn't allowed to say anything.
Oh wow.
And he just said she's pleasant, she's amazing, she's whatever. But I haven't really heard her say anything. Like we say, they
Yeah,
say
she's
she
been
said
quiet.
this for a news or thing, but we haven't seen a video interview of her talking at all. Why are they hiding her?
You know, what are they afraid? What are you afraid of? Steve?
Hey, if there's no backlash, then you should be able to give an interview since you are saying there's no backlash. She should be doing multiple interviews by
But
now.
why does Moffat care if he's done? Why does he care? Like, why don't you let
Because he
Chim know?
still has the Christmas adventure, and if anything comes out between now and that Christmas adventure, it may screw the pooch.
Oh God!
They'll be able to say bukus of stuff after the Christmas adventure because it's all been done. The ratings will be in, and they'll be fine. I think they're honestly afraid if they say or do anything, it will affect the ratings for that Christmas.
But Moffat's constantly saying stuff, and so is everybody else. But Chibnall's camp ain't saying boo. I think if I was Chris Chibnall, I'd be like, dude, you're done. Like, don't say anything.
But like I think it was Chris D who said pretty much up until or Chris
Lucas, Dr. Lucas,
no the our
Chris up.
proper Chris.
Proper Chris.
Sorry, I had to go there.
Yeah, Chris. Chris
Yeah.
is Chris.
Yeah.
Dr. Lucas is Dr. Lucas.
Yes.
So I was
Pretty
worried
much
about
saying
that.
that until the Christmas adventure is aired, it is still Moffat's run.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So that's just it. Until the Christmas episode comes and goes, it is still Moffat's era.
Okay.
It's just, I don't know. I just feel that all this is strange. I mean, come on, you're gonna walk up to the plate with this big news and these big changes, but yet you're not backing up the changes. I mean, I know they're protecting their interests until he leaves, but we should be able to know something, and we don't even know what's in his writer's room yet. I mean, we should at least know who's all on board for this, you know. But no, we ain't getting nothing.
Maybe that's the fear. Maybe that's the fear right there. A lot of people in that writer's room is like, Chibnall, I don't know. And that's why they're not saying who's inside their writer's room, because it easily didn't come out that saying this writer or that writer or half the writers are still disapproval of writing for a woman as the doctor.
Right. I got to tell you, I'm glad we have the Everything Show. I'm glad we have the Horror Cast. I'm glad we have Topic Wonders. I'm glad we have all these different shows because that's why I created it, because Doctor Who is not going to be on the air for 10 months. It's going to be a long.
They pushed it back to August.
I mean,
I'm like,
September,
what the hell?
I think now.
Is it September?
I think. So it's going to be. Listen, you're gonna. I know you're not going to be happy to my subscribers. We're not going to be able to do. We are going to do Everything shows. We're not going to be able to do the Whovians cast like you're used to having. I mean, we might have a time when we might not do one for like a month, like just one a month instead of like 15 a week. Or we may try, but it's going to be a really long 10 months that We're gonna have to talk about this
That
stuff.
is ridiculous. The 10-month thing is so
And all
ridiculous.
these people that are weary are gonna. That's gonna grow in 10 months. And when it happens, they say, you know what? It's been too long. I forgot about it already. I don't even want to watch it.
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm like, when it comes back on, I might not even be.
Because people
I'll
are
watch
happy.
it, but
People are happy I'm staying with the show. But then we get all this news, and some people are starting to say, all right, we're going to stick with the show. But then you get this news, and it's like, oh, God. Why am I staying? What's that?
I don't.
So we'll see. We'll see. We still have open mind about it, but
I did read in they had this little like his production notes, like he does the production note little thing every month, and they had one, his final one, and he said that yeah, Peter Capaldi just killed that scene at the end. I'm like, okay. So good luck for you, Jody. I wish that you all luck. But it seems like if he did set the bar that high, I don't know. It feels like the Fourth Doctor, Fifth Doctor situation where Davidson had to come behind a immaculate performance, improve himself, and I think that's how Jody's going to be for the first season. But
probably her only season, the way things are sounding.
I mean, they should at least put something out before then, because people, they're going to lose viewers if they just
don't care.
put him out.
They've been doing things that they don't
They got
care.
their golden goose already.
They've caught our show. They gave us one episode for the year. They've split it. They've cut the episodes down. They don't care about the show like they should. And they think, oh, we're the BBC and it's going to be fine. It's not going to be. It's not going to be fine. It's gonna. You keep doing that, and you're going to piss people off enough where they're going to be like, nah, I'm not coming back.
It's going to be taken off the air for a few.
10 months is a long day. January, February, March, April.
It comes back. You're going to say, here's this new doctor, and everything that came afterwards, was just.
Well, let me give you a worst case scenario. What if? And here's the thing that these actors got to get used to filming for 10 months. What if she films and while she's filming, she's like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
this is too much for me.
Like Aldi did.
Oh.
I'm done. No, Paul didn't do that. They forced him out.
I know, but still.
No, he did complain, but still, he still stuck with it. But he moved his house there, so it would be easier. But what if she's doing it and she's like, yeah, not for me.
Just not feeling it.
What is everyone going to say? They're going to be like, oh, great job, Joey, for 1 year? Or they're going to be like, oh, how could she effing do that leaving after you? So is she going to be great? I mean, we don't know.
Nope.
She could be great, but she could be freaking horrible. So we're going to have an open mind about it. But I got to tell you right now, if we're reviewing this stuff, and if I don't like it, I'm sorry. Don't think that Matrix Lord's going for that interview. Because I don't expect to have an interview with them. And if I don't like it, you're going to hear me. Because I'm not looking for interviews. I'm looking for honesty.
Yeah.
So if she's horrible, I will say it. If she's great, I will say it. Again, we can't just back out. We got Facebook pages. We got this. We got that. It's not that easy to just say, well, I'm going to stop watching the show. No.
Well, also, we don't even know her companions yet, which is strange. Like, we don't know any of her companions.
I think I heard something about how they want to try to get Captain Jack maybe as a companion. But that's just chatter.
That's just talk. Yeah. It should be about threats. It should be about storylines.
Mm-hmm.
It should not. And Chibnall has to do a whole overlook of the Doctor Who show and not have the Moffat thing embedded in his head that it's all about the companion.
No.
The heck with
it has to be about the Doctor.
This whole thing should be about the Doctor, what he's going through, what he's feeling. You know what? If they did something where they explained when Capaldi's regenerating, wait, so what's this? Something's wrong. And something that Missy, because there was something that happened where you know how you do the mind meld he does?
Yeah.
But he did something by holding her hands where she was like, almost like it was burned.
Mm-hmm.
Like he tried to maybe force it in her head to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, no, take this back. I was going to be good or something. But she put something in there. Like
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
she's
thinking,
like,
yeah.
you're going to be a woman. You're going to be a woman just for spite. Like where when he regenerates, maybe there'll be like a little thing in his head, like a message that she gave him. She's like, you know what? You can't force me to anything, but I'm going to force you because now you're about to regenerate and you're going to be a woman.
The master was perfect at mind manipulation.
And you know when he's about to regenerate, she's like, "You ready?" He's like, "No, don't do anything." Because you'll find out that if something happens right before regeneration, that it will affect the regeneration.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she'll say, "Woman," and then it'll be like, "Nah," you know. They're both.
Whoa! No.
I would like it better if they
explain. She was saying, "Whoa, man! Whoa, man!"
No, but I would like it better if they explained that that it wasn't natural, that he became a woman because he screwed with the regeneration energy and it wasn't enough, or maybe whatever, and it just boom, and Missy had a part to it. Then I'd be like, okay, and then fully expected him to be a man after.
He's gonna blow that whole TARDIS up, boy. He's been holding that for a while now. Pow! That's like that.
Listen, I think that the TARDIS should file charges in Gallifreyan law because it just beats the shit out of her all the time. How many damn friggin' regenerations?
We'll see the TARDIS on the People's Court or
there'll be a hologram that says, listen, regenerate, please go outside.
Yeah.
Go outside.
Go outside. The TARDIS.
Go outside.
No, Doctor, you're not the father.
Well, when he goes to regenerate and he's walking towards the TARDIS, he shuts his doors.
Yeah, that's exactly what you should do.
That would be hysterical. That would be hysterical. He's like, yeah, no.
No TARDIS for you.
Not this time.
No, this time.
You blow everything up. No. I still, to this day, one of my favorite scenes was when Missy lied to him about the location of Gallifrey, and he's punching the shit out of the dog.
Yeah, he just got
Yes.
And I was like, this is like the greatest thing I've ever seen. You're seeing consoles, literally. Pieces flying.
Yeah.
And then Moffat's like crying like this. He's, oh God, that's like $1 million. Oh God. And he's like upset. And he's just destroying the shit. Like, I mean, literally, he's not even holding back.
No.
He didn't even get, I'm going to break the shit.
He went all for it. He went all for it.
And then I thought, oh, this is the way his doctor should be.
Yeah.
I'm just going to like, but no, then they made him like different. And it's like,
Then come back and he's meditating.
Solid shades. That was the worst thing I've ever seen. Even when he's blind, how was he able to see with the shades? Anyway.
It
was
like gray, no, orange. It was like he could see like the outlines.
Green and black.
Green,
like the
black, yeah.
There was an episode, I think I brought this up.
Oh, I got hiccups.
There was an episode of Batman, the animated series, where he was going after, I think it was the Penguin. And somehow he became blind. So he equipped his mask with this little echolocation type of thing. And that's pretty much the way it was. But, of course, after he crash lands, he bops the thing so much that finally it shuts off, and he had to use his hearing to try to judge everything. Which is probably where they got the sonic shades from. Is from
Batman.
The Batman animated series.
So at least we know now what Nautilus' job was. Go left, go right.
Alfred.
Creatures coming. You know, Nautilus was just like, yeah. He never really had a job. He was just there.
He was a baby.
I liked him after a while. I liked him, but Moffat, he tends to just create so much shit, and he's not going to answer because he's gone. So why even bother? Why even bother saying that Nautilus was an underhanded whatever?
I just want to know who the damn hybrid is. That's all I want to know.
We'll never know.
Moffat didn't realize when he did that storyline that was the biggest joke because everybody's an effing hybrid. River's a hybrid. This one's a hybrid. They're all hybrids. So now he just screwed himself. He's like, oh. And he even tried to insinuate that the Doctor was a hybrid, part human.
Oh, yeah.
Started that shit again.
I really wish they would have went with Valeyard, though. I would like to see his Doctor. Yeah, I thought that the Valeyard storyline would have been more more depth than Series 9 in total.
To this day, I hope there's a line that comes out, right, that makes the Eighth Doctor canon, but then also explains that it's not canon. In other words, what I expect for them to say is that because he died on the table getting shot and the regeneration thing didn't kick in right away, that the regeneration energy only gave him one heart, and that's why they think he's human. Because regeneration, you could become anything. You could become an alien. You could become whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He could have just regenerated, and he had one heart. And then after that adventure, when the regeneration energy kicked in, then he got a second heart. It could have been that they could explain it that way, that he did have one heart, and he was human for like so many hours of his regeneration cycle.
And see, they just dropping the ball because, like y'all said in previous casts, they could use this time to work. Like a separate team could work on like a spinoff of like the Eighth Doctor could come back and do a couple of episodes. It's just something to fill that time, because I don't think 10 months. I mean, because we just went through a year without it, and then we coming up to like a couple of months, and then Christmas special, then another.
It's like years ago since Hell Vent. Years.
Yeah.
And we're talking about it like it's yesterday, but it's not really yesterday. I mean, like, you know. But
I mean, with that, you could do like the first episode takes place after the Eighth Doctor movie, and then you work the 13 episodes up to when he lands on the sisterhood of Karn and becomes the War Doctor.
But the way I explained it was that the Ninth Doctor would always be from, Paul McGann, but because of the potion, it created another. But it's still going to come. Like, you know what I'm saying? In other words, that's why he would never be with the numbering.
I think the War Doctor was pretty much I don't know, man. I thought the War Doctor should have been 8. Because 8 should have went through it, then 9 come behind it.
No, the way, I see the moment his mission was done, he regenerated. And to me, it's like, well, I don't see that. See, I look at it like, well, he shouldn't regenerate for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
He's not hurt.
Yeah.
He's not this.
Yeah.
He's not even old. He's whatever. And it's because that was a thing to save his life, but it wasn't a complete regeneration. I see it as that. And then he becomes the person he's supposed to be because the potion's like done. And then he's like, I never counted. I love John Hurt, but I never counted him as a doctor, and neither did they anyway.
Mm-mm.
They're like, well, he didn't do doctorish things, and he didn't, it's like a Valyard. You count the Valyard as the 13th Doctor? No.
You count him as the amalgamation of his dark half.
I mean, you count him as the Valyard.
Yeah.
It's like a War Doctor is a War Doctor. I wouldn't count.
Separate. Yes, they're
it's like incarnations, whatever.
Granted, but in the
end.
And
then you would have to count the Watcher, too, because the Watcher was the final. If the Valyard wasn't the final, the Watcher was the final. So maybe the Valyard, if he got a regeneration, would become the Watcher. And then it would be normal, like maybe something affecting the regeneration.
So is the Valyard now in the second cycle now? Or he always...
Well, here's the thing. My theory with the Valyard is because he was left in charge of the Matrix of Gallifrey, wouldn't he manipulate things where he would try to alter the Time War or something where it would benefit him and it wouldn't turn out the way it was supposed to be, though? Just like I thought that the Watcher coming into play was a reason where if there was only enough energy from the Doctor to remember that one thing, then when he's in that incarnation, he would alter it because he remembers that one event that's the most powerful event that he needs to change. Right. So I would think that, yes, time may be changed and the Doctor may be different people, but he will remember that memory when it comes to that incarnation, And I think someone else said in the case, Capaldi should have been Rowan. They should have had a sequel about, prequel to Battlefield. And or maybe they could still do that. And they could do it in audios or they could do it in specials.
I mean,
maybe Clara would be with the Doctor and there would be a whole bunch of adventures you don't know about.
They just dropped the ball with Capaldi, and that just makes me even sadder because
it's like right the minute he became the Doctor and people go, oh, he's old. I can't. He reminds me of my father or grandfather. We can't have this. So the writers decided to start writing him as though he's old.
I hated that. When first of all, you want us to like Bill, and then she's ripping him apart in Knock Knock. I was pissed. I said, "You're not winning me by doing that. Like, I'm not going to like that companion.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that."
You want to do that, Bill? You can keep your ass here on Earth, and I'll go find somebody else.
But then they turned her back to normal. She didn't have friends again. So it's like the writers are not communicating at all.
Because you can actually watch the episodes and tell which ones were actually supposed to have come in order. Because
they switched some around, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like
they
okay.
Things, after they made it, they didn't put them in order of their. You can tell.
Well, no, they did because in Knock Knock they mentioned the ice. And then, the emojis and everything happened because they were in order in the sense of not that they were filmed in order, but continuity-wise, she did mention the ice in Knock Knock. So, and the pilot happened, and their first adventure was with the emoji. So it can't be different from that, But look, I liked half the season, and I didn't like half the season.
Well, that's fair.
Although I think by numbering, I think that I liked more than half by one, I think. So I like Thin Ice. I like Oxygen. I like Extremis. I liked Light of Lands. I like the Ice Warriors. Didn't like Eaters of Light. And I like the finale. So the finale is 2 parts. So
yeah, Eaters of Light.
Pretty much. Yeah. And then we got Christmas with them.
I didn't really care too much about I think the only one I really didn't really care too much about was Smile and the trilogy. I thought the trilogy, it needed more work to me.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, let's see what if it does. But it's going to be a long wait. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Anything can happen in 10 months or a year. I mean, we got a while till the Christmas special. We got like months, like 6 months, right?
Yeah.
And that's why they throw something out to us.
You're talking.
I mean, I don't care if it's another animation. I don't care if it's a one-off story with Unit or one of the old companions or new companions to see where they are now. But give us something to at least bide our time, wet our whistle, so when the Christmas Adventure comes out, we're going good. I mean, you don't have to do it every month, every week, but maybe like 2 or 3 weeks before the Christmas Adventure, have something to give it.
I forgot how long it's going to be. I mean, literally, it's going to be like 16 months because Christmas is 6 months away, and then another 10 months.
Yeah,
16 months. What the hell are we going to look like?
I mean, honestly, that's a year.
We're going to look like the monks.
That's like a year and a half.
God, see this.
I might have like 3 books out by the time. Who knows? Maybe I'll be rich. Maybe I'll host things.
Maybe I have.
That way you can bitch slap Hardwick in something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the type to do that, but I would say, dude, that's not cool, dude. What are you doing?
I just think Hardwick was trying to get brownie points. I don't know with who. He's just sucking up everything.
Sucking up like the people are sucking up to Jody.
Listen.
You also have that goofy sweater on.
You don't need to suck up to her. She needs to prove herself.
Yeah.
Just like every doctor has to prove himself. She has to do the same thing everybody else had to do. And if she doesn't,
it's going to be...
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think I'm going to hate her as much as I did Colin Baker. I don't think that's going to be a thing.
Colin Baker is my first doctor, so...
Listen, I told you I learned the F word with him. Because, I see him rise up and he's like, expecting someone else. I'm like, what the? And besides that, choking out the companion. Like, whatever. I'm like, what?
You can't hate him too much. His first ever thing was like staring straight up at Perry's clean.
All right. Well, you know what? I honestly think maybe that's why I didn't go on an exercise bike for like decades. Because I don't want to get my neck broken against the TARDIS door.
Peter
I didn't have carrots either. Well, maybe that's why.
But wait, did they recommed that, didn't it? It's not the same thing anymore. Or Big Ben is not canon.
Supposedly, I didn't get that one. But supposedly,
they redid his regeneration story.
Supposedly, I guess he was hurt, and then he smashed into the TARDIS, but he was already going to regenerating. I guess already before that happened.
Yeah, I don't have that one. I have the Valiar one, which is outstanding. I have like a lot of his older ones and stuff.
You know what they should do? Honestly, if the BBC, I would do it. They should do a Doctor Who movie where it's computer generated.
Mm-hmm.
And just like with Star Wars, where they had Grand Moff Tarkin and Princess Leia, they do that with Colin Baker and the Valiant and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that audio adventure is made into an episode.
Yes.
And then you could, right off the bat, what you could do is you could end it that way, where he's regenerating, and then you could show right after when the Ronnie shoots the TARDIS.
Yeah.
And the music's playing, and he's already regenerating. Already.
But do that little tidbit as an after credit thing, like an after credit Easter egg. You've got the closing credits, and then after a few seconds, it's like, there you go. You got the inside of the TARDIS, and
yeah.
But that's the thing. They can't even get rights to the Ronnie. From what I'm hearing.
You know what? I don't know if I believe him. He's like, well, you got to think about this for a second. Moffat lies, and he's like, oh, who remembers the Ronnie? You remember the Ronnie, but then you expect not me, but you expected people to remember the great intelligence. And people are like, who?
Like I've always said, I think Moffat pissed people off at the BBC, and they pretty much told Moffat, no, you can't use that person. But
I bet you they told him he can't use it.
Because I agree. Because I would like to see her reaction to Missy and the Doctor.
Yes.
Well, the actress died. The actress.
Yeah, Kate O'Mara.
Kate O'Mara died.
Yeah.
So, but they did regenerate her though.
Yeah. To oh God, what her name is? Siobhan Weapon is her name. I only know her because she was on she got down with Peter Capaldi in that.
And they even regenerated Mamada.
Yeah.
Julie Landau.
To who? Is somebody else?
Julie Landau from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh wow. But then they might complain
and
about.
She follows me on Twitter. Ah! Love you. All right.
She called me out of the blue one day on Twitter.
Love you, man.
But
because the new gal who plays Romana, I believe, is the daughter to Martin Landau.
Oh, the late great Martin Landau.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of.
So wait, is she American or British?
I gotta look. I don't remember. I just remember they were commenting that she was either the daughter or granddaughter to Martin Landau.
Because that would blow a hole in their little theory right there that a doctor had to be British.
Wow.
Yeah.
So hopefully there's some news tomorrow night to report, but I doubt it.
I know he's at the was it SuperCon?
Yeah. Well, people, it's been great. The anniversary for the Everything show continues. So next week. So hopefully we get many different people on here. News. Yeah, actual news, new members, old members, regular members. No lemonade this time, though. Don't drink any lemonade. But anyway, all right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.